$19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning, everybody. Johnny B. back with you. Back with my sidekick, Avent Gabby Hayes Lane.
Hey, young whippersnapper. Going to head off at the pass, Roy. Golly. That's getting too authentic, you know.
The producer with a capital P.
Uh-oh. And that stands for producer.
Reminds me of that movie, The Producers. You remember that?
Oh,
yeah.
God, that's springtime for Hitler.
Have you seen the special, the streaming special on Gene Wilder? Boy, it's really something.
No, I haven't seen that.
He's good. That guy was something else.
Oh,
he was so talented.
that whole entourage that
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
I think he may still be alive, like 90-something.
Oh, Mel Brooks still, he's still kicking.
He's still with us.
And married to Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, that's right. But she passed on.
Did she? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah,
that.
several years ago.
Mel Brooks is 98.
98.
And he was married to Anne Bancroft.
Right.
She died, what, 10, 20 years ago?
2005.
Yeah, almost 20 years ago.
Wow, I did not know that. I didn't think it was that far back.
But this gentleman we're going to celebrate today, his birthday was yesterday. He was born September 12th, 1931. Passed away April 26, 2013. At 81, I would have, if you'd asked me 20 years ago to bet that this man would live to be 81, I'd have lost a lot of money because I'd have said, no way.
Too much white lightning?
Too much white lightning. But
he
outlived a lot of people like Marty Robbins, who never drank a day in his life, never smoked, never drank, never nothing. And life's hard to figure that way, ain't it?
Well, he had a good time.
He
was a readily happy guy, I guess.
So we're going to feature the possum songs, okay? And I really appreciate you getting this E string tolerable because it's very important in this first one.
Well, it should have been correct when you got it back.
I know, and I should have checked it.
You should have made him get it right.
I should have checked it when I got it out of my gig bag and checked it. Me, but I was dumb.
Well, that's true, too.
It is true. I admit it. So his first number one from 1959. Let me get the right tempo here, Ava. That good?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see what happens when you start singing.
I know.
You have to show
but
all the words.
I had it way too fast starting out. I had to put on the brakes.
Yeah.
Well, in North Carolina, way back in the hills, me and old Pappy had a hand in the still. He brewed white lightning till the sun went down. Then he'd fill him a jug and he'd pass it around. Mighty, mighty pleasing, Pappy's corn squeezing. Woo, yeah, white lightning. Well, the G-men, T-men, revenuers too, searching for the place where he made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my Pappy kept a cooking that whoa, white lightning.
Yeah.
Well, I asked my old Pappy why he called his brew White Lightning instead of a Mountain Dew. I took a little sip and right away I knew, as my eyes bugged out and my face turned blue. Lightning started flashing, thunder started crashing. Shoosh, yeah, white lightning. Well, the G-men, T-men, revenuers too, searching for the place where he made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my Pappy kept a cooking that whoosh, yeah. White lightning. Play a little bass there. Well, the city slicker came in, he said, I'm tough. I think I want to taste that powerful stuff. He took one glug and he drank it on down. I heard him moaning as he hit the ground. Mighty, mighty pleasing, Pappy's corn squeezing. Whoosh, yeah, blow, white lightning. Well, the G-men, T-men, revenue is too, searching for the place where he made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept a booking that. Ooh, yeah.
And tobacco.
White lightning. One more time. I felt like I swallowed some white lightning just then for some reason. Well, the G-men, T-men, revenuers too, searching for the place where we made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept a cooking that. Ooh, yeah, white lightning.
Well, that white lightning will make you cough.
Boy, that's something.
Did you ever really imbibe in any white lightning?
I have not like imbibe in the sense of any kind of regular thing, but on occasion, like years apart,
Yeah.
I've had some. Believe it or not, the CEO of my client that I work for has a still at one of his homes.
Well, I think you're allowed by federal law to
He can, yeah, it's
10
not,
gallons a year.
he
Or
can,
something.
yeah, and he makes. I think what he uses is those little old Jack Daniels bottles where they sell, just a little bottle of Jack Daniels you can stick in your pocket.
A
I think
sampler.
and so he's given me over the years several of those, not all at once. I'm just saying because that one would last me a long time.
Well,
it's pretty good. Now I've got my niece, Paula, her daughter, Stacy's son Jay. He absolutely loves moonshine. Loves it.
well, a
He's
lot of people do.
I know.
A friend of mine, every year around Christmas, and I hope he does it this year, he lives up in Woodbury, so this is very apropos.
Oh yeah.
And he sends me some peach. He calls it a peach schnapps. And what
Yeah.
it is, it's a mason jar that has a big old peach in it, and he puts
Moonshine.
white lightning in
Yeah.
it and lets it sit for about a year. And
It seals it.
It
kinda?
seals it. He
Yeah.
seals it and he lets it set, and it is delicious.
No kidding.
And it'll just make you feel just so happy in the Christmas spirit. just
Well, I'm gonna be
moving.
calling on you at Christmas time for a taste of it.
No, you ain't touching my peach. You ain't touching my schnapps.
Keep your chops off my
My
schnapps.
Oh.
1960, number 2. George Jones. God rest his soul. Yesterday was his birthday. And Mickey Gilley comes along Mickey Gilley had a knack for this. 10, 15, 20 years later, he'd take a hit and he'd make it number 1.
Yeah.
He did that 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Smart guy.
I've been living a new way of life that I love so. But I can see the clouds are gathering and the storm will wreck our home. For last night she hugged you tightly and you didn't even shove. This is true, for I was watching from the window up above. You must have thought that I was sleeping, and Lord, I wish that I had been. But it's best to get to know you and the way your heart can sin. I thought we belonged together and our hearts fit like a glove. But I was wrong, for I was watching from the window up above. From my eyes the teardrops started as I listened on and on. Heard you whisper to her softly, that our marriage was all wrong. But I hope she makes you happy and you'll never lose her love. I lost mine while I was watching from the window up above. How I wish I could be dreaming, wake to up a love that's true. But I can't, for I was watching from the window up above. I think I left out a chord in that last one. I wished I could be dreaming, yeah. Wake up from a love that's true. But I can't, for I was watching from the window up above. No one could do it like George, in my opinion.
Oh, baby. He's a natural. He couldn't help it. He just... Did you ever look at the... I got an album, an old album, and I never really knew why they called him Possum.
Oh,
I had that album, and man, you look at that album and he goes, my gosh,
Especially
he looks just like a possum.
that one. I know the one you're talking about. He's got a close-up of his
Yeah,
face.
and those dark...
his eyes.
There's no pupils or whatever. It's just black.
And the way they're set. That's
Yeah.
where, yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Old possum.
1962, number one. Incredible hit by George Jones. Everybody and their mother has covered this song after him, but nobody has done it like George in the original version. Just because I ask a friend about her, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I rang her number by mistake today, she thinks I still care. Just because I haunt the same old places where the memory of her lingers everywhere. Just because I'm not the happy guy I used to be, she thinks I still care. But if she's happy thinking I still need her, then let that silly notion bring her cheer. But how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where would she get such an idea? Just because I ask a friend about her, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I saw her then went all to pieces, she thinks I still care. For how could she think I still care? That's classic George Jones right there. Amen.
Right there.
I don't care what you say.
Right there. That's it. That's country, buddy. That's the real deal.
1964, number 3. And I've seen several videos of George Jones in concert. I tell you what, this song, for some reason, always brings a house down. It wasn't number 1, but it's a huge hit, number 3 in 1964. But something about it, people just live. I've seen probably 4 or 5 videos of him doing concerts, and he does this song. People go crazy. They just love it. Pretty unusual song.
Yeah. Well, you know, George always had an excellent band.
Oh yeah.
Backing him. I mean, but the good as it get, you know.
No, it's interesting. I was on one of my live streams. I was featuring Ernest Tubb. Had a birthday fairly recently. I forget what day it was, but they said Ernest Tubb's real talent, because he wasn't a singer, never was a singer. He had a distinctive voice, but
he was a stylist.
He was a stylist, but he was always a little flat sometimes. But they said he had the knack for surrounding himself with the best musicians in Nashville.
Yeah.
And for years, the Texas Troubadours, I think it was 15 straight years, they were voted best country western band. And
yeah, it was like once you played with Ernest, even for a little while, anytime at all, that was a big part of your resume, right?
Oh heck
there.
yeah! And it's amazing when you're surrounded by 4 or 5 super duper musicians, how good you can sound.
yeah. All Leon.
Since I couldn't decide whether to do this in C or D, we're going to do it in both, okay?
At the same time.
Yeah.
Lots of love.
We'll modulate after that first chorus. Or as Hank Snow said, we're going to modulate now.
Yeah, that's.
You know how Hank Snow would modulate if you ever watch him close? He'd have the capo on. He would just slide it up. He'd just slide it up. He'd just real quickly, just deftly just reach and slide the capo up, either a half step or a whole. That's how he would hit it every time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're going to first take a little break here because Brian has come in here fast, storming in.
He saw some rain.
Anticipating the storms coming. We'll be right back, dear folks.
Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Residents enjoy Adams Place.
At Adams Place, they have different things, entertainments and things that you can get out and keep your mind going.
We're talking with Helen Alexander.
And that's what I like about Adams Place. I think most, although the food, I am very blessed to be here at Adams Place.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111. Adams Place.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by AmeriCare Pest Control and the law offices of John Day.
I've got pests.
AmeriCare is Rutherford County's #1 choice in pest control, and it's simple to see why. After calling 893-7111, their staff came to my house 8 years ago when I had an insect problem. They looked at the situation, showed me the areas and what they'd recommend to resolve the problem. After treatment and with quarterly checks, I'm bug, critter, and creepy crawly free. Thanks, AmeriCare.
Call the best of the best to get rid of your pest.
AmeriCare, 893-7111.
WGNS has let you know what's happening locally for the past 77-plus years. And we still do. Thanks for tuning in. Can you believe this is the 10th anniversary for the Middle Tennessee Museum of Natural History? A lot of you didn't know we have one, but you need to go over there from 5 until 9 Saturday night. They're celebrating with Museum After Hours. That should be fun. 5 until 9 Saturday night. And the Middle Tennessee Museum of Natural History is at 816 Old Salem Road. That's 5 until 9 Saturday night. You've heard us talking about the local NICU reunion that has been moved to September 21st due to the inclement weather. It'll still be at President McPhee and First Lady Liz McPhee's home, but a different date and different time. It'll be Saturday, September 21st, a week away, noon until 3. And you'll still get tickets to the ball game, but that'll be the homecoming game against Duke. Again, the Lee and Susan Moss family NICU reunion has been moved due to the inclement weather. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
We may have a few peaks of sunshine this afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 84, and chance of showers and thunderstorms are likely into the overnight, with those around 68 degrees. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high near 81. I'm meteorologist Jay Marzik on News Radio WGNS. Right now, it's 77 degrees.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE has provided light, comfort, and connection to our community since 1936. As your trusted energy advisor, MTE is always here to help. Connect online or download the My MTE app.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And we are back. Johnny B here with you. David Lane, Brian Barrett. He's going to grace us with his presence for Bobby 3.5 more seconds, and then go back. What do you do back there, Brian? What are you doing back in your office? We want to know.
He's beating drums, trying to get the rain on up here. Somebody lied. I thought that rain was supposed to be.
I'm doing top secret things.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a top secret guy.
High stuff.
You know, I'm just surprised. I mean, you've said my name twice on the show with Avon here. You usually ignore me, so I'm honored.
Well, you know.
That's where you should be.
Oh, it's only because when Avon's not here, you really want me to stay around.
I do. And I admit, Brian, you've started to grow on me a little bit.
Oh, okay. Like a fungus, all right?
Like a toe fungus.
The fungus is among us.
That explains Aunt Irma.
Aunt Irma's toes. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's in there.
We need to do those tunes. Aunt Irma's
We'll tell you what, we may just do all the originals next week. We'll do that. No. I'm still looking for that third song in the trifecta. I've got Aunt Irma's Toes. There's something really bad happening in my face. All, you know, they're all the same. They're both to the same tune. I've got to have the third one, the third aging song. It's out there. I know it.
I thought you were going to use Avon as an example and inspiration for that third song.
No, you didn't understand. You misunderstood. I didn't say ancient. I said aging.
Oh.
I did not say ancient. Okay.
See, those are some of the things that we talk about when you're not here.
What are you trying to say?
I feel tears welling up, coping deep inside like my heart sprung a big wreck. And the stab of loneliness sharp and painful that may never shade. Now you may say I was taking it hard since you wrote me off with a call. But don't you wager that'll hide the sorrow when I may break right down and bawl. The race is on. Here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back there, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another shake. The race is on and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. One day I'd ventured in love, never once suspecting what the world's would be. I lived in fear of waking up each morning, finding you had gone from me. There's an aching and pain in my heart from the day when I hated to face somebody new came up to win her. I came out in second place. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back there, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another shake. The race is on and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. I want to do that second verse again. Let's see if I can not butcher it quite so bad. There's a lot of words in there, you know?
A lot of words.
One day I'd ventured in love, never once suspecting what the final results would be. I lived in fear of waking up each morning, finding that you'd gone from me. Now there's an aching and pain in my heart from the day that I hated to face somebody new came up to win her. I came out in second. That's where I messed up again. I'm gonna start it again. I'm trying to modulate again. One day I'd ventured in love, never once suspecting what the final results would be. I lived in fear of waking up each morning, finding that you'd gone from me. There's an aching and pain in my heart from the day that I hated to face somebody new came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. My heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back there, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another sake. The race is on and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. Now the race is on and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. Dude, George, when he does something like that, I didn't have time to find it. There's a song he wrote about Hot Rod Cadillac or something. You know what I'm talking about? It's
Well, there's the old tune Hot Rod Lincoln, but he didn't.
No, it's not that one. It's a different one. But he does this thing where it breaks in the chorus. He goes, and everybody goes crazy. He just drops it so low and then comes right back up. Great song. 1967, number one. No wonder. Walk through this world with me. Go where I go. Share all your dreams with me, for I love you so. In life we search, and some of us find. I've looked for you a long, long time, and now that I've found you, new horizons I see. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me. Walk through this world with me. Go where I go. Share all your dreams with me, for I need you so. In life we search, and some of us find. I've looked for you a long, long time, and now that I found you, new horizons I see. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me. Written by Sandy Siemens and Kay Savage. Not familiar with those songwriters, but they obviously were or are or were incredible songwriters.
Yeah, I made $1 off that.
And 72, he had a number 5 hit on this. I thought it should have been number 1. One of my favorite. Norro, his real name was Norris, but he went by Norro Wilson. Really fantastic songwriter. And George Ritchie, who would later, after George, I think this was why George and, pretty sure in 72 they were married, George and Tammy. They would divorce, and she would marry George Ritchie. And
it happens.
Oh yeah. (1972), number 5, fantastic song. Imagine a world where no music was playing, and think of a church with nobody praying. Have you ever looked up at a sky with no blue? Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Have you walked in a garden where nothing was growing? Or stood by a river where nothing was flowing? If you've seen a red rose unkissed by the dew, then you've seen a picture of me without you. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or a quiet Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? If you've watched as the heart of a child breaks in two, then you've seen a picture of me without you. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or a quiet Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? If you've watched as the heart of a child breaks in two, then you've seen a picture of me without you. Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Whoa.
Yeah, that was a killer.
I have only one wish about that song, Ava. I wish I'd written it.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Throwing your curveball here. You gotta use that enormous gray matter of yours to modulate in your brain to F on this. And I'm hoping I'm right about that.
Okay. But
is the progression there?
Huh?
Is that B and C? Is that the progression with F?
No, let's see. I don't know what you got here.
Well, I'm playing it. I'm capoed up to the third, which makes it F.
Okay. But you're doing, but it's in D, right?
It's in F.
Okay.
But I'm playing a D progression because that's what I was saying. I think isn't the B flat in that chord chart with F?
No, don't see it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just asking you in the key of F.
I don't know until I get there.
In the key of F, what are the
Well,
four?
yeah,
What are the 4 and 5?
That would be the.
What are the 4 and 5? In
That'd be the 4 right there. The
What is
B
it?
flat would be
Yeah,
the 4.
B. That's what I was
The
thinking.
5 is a C.
That's what I thought. B flat and C. So I don't. B flat and me are not friends.
Well, B flat intimidates people, and it shouldn't. It should intimidate singers, though.
Yeah, I can bar chord it with not too much trouble, but it's just I'd rather cheat. Just being honest.
And that's okay.
Make sure we're in key. Sorry, folks, but I tune because I care, right, David?
That's right. That's right. Now, this house that they're talking about, this wasn't the one over there off of the old Franklin Pike, was it?
You know, it may be.
They call it Nestle Down. I think it's a subdivision.
Nestle Down Farms.
Right, it's a subdivision now.
But that's where George Jones lived.
That's where he lived.
He lived in Nestle Down Farms, and that's now called. They've widened that most of it now to 4 lanes, and it's now called the George Jones Memorial Highway.
Yeah, it's coming this way. I wish they'd get done with it.
Yeah, they need to bring it on in.
Yeah, we need they should have went ahead and, well, they should have, would have, could have, a lot of things, I guess.
Well, when you come out from Franklin all the way, just if you're coming towards Murfreesboro, just before Triune, it's all 4 lane. Then
Right.
then about a mile before Triune, it goes back to 2, and then it's they hadn't started on any of
They
that.
started on this side.
But I'm gonna tell you something that's weird. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, tell me something. Tell me what you know.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I drive a lot, of course. And I may be just, one of those weirdos that reads into things. You don't look shocked a bit.
Well, what can I say?
There is so much paving going on. I'm talking on not just regular back roads, but state highways, interstates. And I drive 70S all the time between Sparta and the roads was in great shape. There's nothing wrong with it. And then they're ripping it all up and paving it. And I see that happening. Over in Franklin, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. Whether
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Whether it's city, county, or state, they got money in the budget that they got to spend before the year is out, is what I'm thinking. If they don't spend it,
Well,
it's there, so they're going to spend it.
There's all kinds of unusual things in that trade and that business that go on that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't think they understand, but somebody's doing real well at it.
I don't know. I may be goofy. Don't mean
Are
to
they
offend.
ever going to do 840 on the north side of Nashville? Finish that up?
I don't think they are. I think they have permanently abandoned it.
They need to have it so bad.
Oh yeah. It's so great. How long did it take to complete the south side?
Yeah. Well, the south side is packed.
20 years.
As much as I-24 now.
Oh, but step right up. Come on in. If you'd like to take the grand tour of a lonely house that once was home, sweet home. I've nothing here to sell you, just some things that I will tell you some things I know would chill you to the bone. Over there sits the chair where she'd bring the paper to me and sit down on my knee and whisper, oh, I love you.
I love you. I love you.
But now she's gone forever, and this old house will never be the same without the love that we once knew. Straight ahead, that's the bed where we'd lay in love together, and Lord knows we had a good thing going here. See her picture on the table. Don't it look like she'd be able just to touch me and say, good morning, dear. There's her rings and all her things, and her things are in the closet, just like she left them when she tore my world apart. As you leave, you'll see the nursery. Oh, she left me without mercy, taking nothing but our baby and my heart. Step right up, come on in. Another one by George Ritchie and Nora Wilson.
Step right up.
That's a number one in 1974. That was a number one in 1974.
He was the classic tear to a glass eye crooner.
Oh, man.
Bring a tear to a glass eye.
Is it time for another break, Brian Barrett?
Brian?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, glass eyes water more than anyway.
Folks, we'll leave you with that one so you can recover by the time we're back.
I got to think about that myself.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Through HIMSS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Support First Shot at Autumn at the Alley. It will be held at Saddle Woods Farm on Franklin Road in Murfreesboro on Wednesday, September 25th from 6 until 9 p.m. It supports First Shot STEM Academy and Academic All-Stars initiatives. The night is a fantastic event with unique tastings from various spirit brands and great wines and food from the Alley on Main. Top the night off with a fabulous silent auction. Go to firstshotTN.org for more information and see you at Autumn at the Alley September 25th.
Mark your calendars for September 13th.
Sarah Calendar of Main Street, Murfreesboro.
Dive into downtown after 5 to 8 p.m. Explore local boutiques, discover unique gifts, update your fall wardrobe and home decor from downtown's locally owned businesses. Shop till you drop with exclusive finds and special deals. Enjoy live music and immerse yourself in the vibrant local art show around the historic courthouse.
Don't forget dinner at one of the charming downtown restaurants during Downtown After 5 this Friday, September 13th.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
At Middle Point Landfill, we strive to serve our neighbors.
This county is willing to put themselves out there and take some new initiatives.
Mike Clausen, General Manager of the Middle Point Landfill.
We want to transform Middle Point into a sustainability campus where we are building recycling facilities. We're building cutting-edge diversion facilities.
Middle Point values its relationship with you, which is why we never tire of serving our neighbors throughout Rutherford County.
Learn more at middlepointlandfill.com.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And we are back. Johnny B with Ava Lane, Avento Lanino, and Brianatini Barrio.
Wow. What? Wait a minute. Brian, say that again. Brian Martini tobacco sauce?
Brianatini Barentolini.
Oh, okay.
That's a little more Italian there. How that one?
Yeah. What is the heritage of Barrett? What is it?
I have no idea.
Really?
Leanna.
Yeah,
Walter Hill.
It's country, buddy.
Backwoods.
Well, it doesn't sound Irish or Scottish. I think it could be English. Probably must be English.
Barrett.
My dad always said that we had a little Polish heritage.
Well, Barrett, I don't know.
But maybe some Irish. I don't know.
I'll change
He could have just been pulling my leg, too. You know?
All right, next time I'll call you Baratowski. Baratowski.
Sounds like a composer.
Baratowski. Herr Baratowski. All right.
Brian Baratowski. This conversation's going somewhere.
I don't know where.
I do.
It's kind of
That's why I'm leaving.
It's a stream of consciousness thing. Okay. So another number one, Ava.
Yeah.
The door. The thing we don't have. We don't have the recording studio. We're not in a recording studio where we can really do the closing of the door sound, slamming of the door, whatever.
Didn't we have a thing with the dog that was barking? We did a recording of something, and at the time that we closed the door, it scared no, that was with my buddy Rich. It was hilarious, and we left it in the mix. The dog barking when the door closed. It was weird.
Billy Sherrill and Nora Wilson again. And we'll talk about Billy Sherrill on this next song for sure. The Door, just simply called The Door. I've heard the sound of my dear old mama crying, and the sound of the train that took me off to war. The awful sound of 1,000 bombs exploding, and I wondered if I could take it anymore. There were times when they almost drove me crazy, but I did my best and took it like a man. But who would think in my lonely room I'd hear it, the one sound in the world my heart can't stand. to hear that sound and to know it's really over. Through tear-stained eyes I watched her walk away, and of earthquakes, storms, and guns and war, nor nothing has ever hurt me more than that lonely sound, the closing of the door. And of earthquakes, storms, and guns and war, Lord, nothing has ever hurt me more than that lonely sound, the closing of the door. Whew. I wish I'd written that one too.
Yeah.
We're going to do this in D. And knew we had to get this song in.
Oh, yeah.
George Jones, from 1980 all the way through 2013, he owed Billy Sherrill a debt he could never repay, because it took all of Billy Sherrill's persuasion to get George Jones to record this song. George Jones hated it. He said, that song is too sad. Even for me, everybody will hate it. And once he persuaded him, the story goes, and forget that reference to that A sharp that's down there. I don't know what in the heck that's there for. Just forget that. But I can't remember the tune now. In the recording session, it took forever to get it recorded. George just wouldn't cooperate. He kept singing the song to a different melody of another song. And they would chastised me. He said, well, that's a better tune. Stuff like that. I can't remember. Somebody out there remind me what tune he kept singing it to. But if you read about how many takes it took and how many times they had to just get him separate and get his vocals finally down and then just get out of here, you know. But I tell you what, it became the international #1 and the biggest song of his entire career by far. And he said, I'll love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tear. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came to see him one last time. Oh, we all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. This time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Wow. What a song.
What a song. Yeah, that's...
And this was a number one, 1983.
I love this song, too. It's so
And
great.
guess who was the writer of this song? Merle Haggard, Freddie Powers, and Gary Church. And Merle was happy for George to record it and have a number one hit on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was tickled to death.
Absolutely.
This is a song that, like Jim Reeves used to say, some songs you can sing the fire. This is a song that my dear brother, who's passed on, could sing the fire out of even. I mean, he could just sing the tar out of this song. So much better than I can do it. I've had good luck and bad luck and no luck, it's true, but I always get lucky with you. I've been turned on and turned down when the bars close at 2, but I always get lucky with you. I keep 2 strikes against me most all of the time, and when it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. There's been good days and bad days, but when the day is through, I always get lucky with you. Yes, I always get lucky with you. And that's all the George Jones songs we can get to today, folks. I had a lot more, but hope that gives you some fond memories of the Possum, what many still call the best singer in the history of country music. Brian Barrett, thank you for letting us go over 4 minutes.
And counting.
Yes. We'll see you, Lord willing, next week. God bless.